Happy National Coming Out Day. Don't forget to breathe and remember this is important. But I'm for sure going to put in how I realized that I like girls and how I came out as a lady liker. It's cool, guys. Everything's fucking confusing. Laying on a trampoline, telling you that it gets better. Each day gets better and better and better. Surround yourself with people you love and care about. I put on a shirt for you guys. I feel like I should maybe make a coming out video. Netflix keeps telling me that it's not going to work, so instead I'm going to work on my coming out video. I was going to this play from my old school, and the entire day that I was doing this, like it was a Tuesday, and the entire day we're talking about how I'm going to this play and how I'm missing this friend of mine and how I would totally go gay for her. I was taking my boyfriend at the time to go see this play, Grease. I remember the whole time being super annoyed at him, but for no particular reason. Or like around intermission during the play, I was like, oh shit. Do I like ladies? I'm thinking, I really wish my boyfriend was a girl. Yeah. Wait a second. That's, it was that kind of moment for me. But after saying goodbye to all these people that, from my old school that I hadn't seen in a while, I drove home the boyfriend at the time and kissed him goodnight, and it did not feel right at all. And I didn't sleep much at all. I slept a few hours maybe. And I got to school way too super early. And I went about the entire day super stressed out. But I made this plan to go on a girl date with my friend Caroline, and I was going to tell her first on Thursday. So this was Wednesday. But that didn't go as well as I planned, because I ended up in ASL class 5th period. I ended up telling my friend Jen, who I wasn't super close with, so it didn't really make any sense that I told her, but you know, it worked out for the best anyway, because we were like watching CSI in ASL for some reason, and I remember just telling Jen and being like, I think I maybe like girls. And she was super supportive and all that, and still is super supportive, and it's actually it worked out that she was my number one. So after Jen, I came out to Danny, also using American Sign Language, and she was super excited, and I think that part of it was that she was excited to have a gay friend, which is funny. I think that's... And okay, yeah, and I wasn't super close with Danny either, so it was weird that she was my number 2. Like, why was I telling people that I wasn't close with? I don't know. But like, now we're super close. Like, I literally will leave in the middle of a movie to go pick her up in a QFC parking lot. Then the big moment. I told my ASL teacher, Shorty, who is... The differences in this one is that I actually was super close with Shorty, and I told her out loud, like I didn't use ASL. And this was the first time that I'd come out to anybody out loud, including myself. So it was actually super important. After school, I went to go pick up my friend Angela from bass lessons, and while I was waiting for her in the parking lot, I called Maddie Bennett and told her over the phone. And she was super supportive. After I picked Angela up from bass lessons, I told her, and then we went to Costco to pick up my glasses. I kept making this joke. That it was a day full of clarity. We had a band concert that night, so we had to go back to my place to grab my concert attire, and then we just went to the school a little early because there was no need to not. A whole bunch of people there, and I told them. It was pretty cool. I told Nick Garcia. What did you think that I was going to talk to you about?
I have no idea.
You had no idea? Okay.
I had no idea.
You asked me if I wanted to go out to coffee after school. And I said, no, I've got a friend day with Caroline, right? But I wanted to talk to you. And you're like, yo, what's it about? And I was like, I'd rather do it in person. You're like, give me an idea. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to play the hint game. I literally typed, I'm gay. And you were like, oh, yeah, in person.
Yeah, in person.
Left lane. You're my best friend.
Love you, sis.
I love you. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Have fun. We've got one of the most meaningful and loving relationships that I've ever had. And I love him to death. Fast forward to Thursday morning. I was doing this super, super weird thing where I was waking up at like 5:30 in the morning without an alarm. I don't know how that happened, but I went to this coffee shop in the morning and I ran into a friend of mine and I told them, and the response that they gave me was so priceless. They just said, same, which was great. So when I got to school, I waited for my GSA advisor to get there so I could come out to her. And when I did that, when I came out to my GSA advisor, she was like, oh, okay. Very surprised, which was kind of funny, because she was one of the few people that actually believed me when I told them that I was hella straight. Came out to the boyfriend that I had at the time. And I had this whole huge speech planned out for him. And I feel really bad how it ended up, because I literally said to him, Cameron, you should find a girl who likes boys. And I said that and I made this face. Yeah. Original plan, once I realized that I was not a boy kisser, I was a lady kisser, was going to come out to my friend Caroline, Odette, because we had a Thursday friend date planned. And so obviously that didn't really work out because I ended up coming out to Jen first, but whatever. But I came out to her in her science class. I walked in and was like, yo, Caroline, I'm gay. And she got super excited, which was super cool. But yeah, and babe, super fast forward to the weekend. Like, I needed to come out to my mom. And I was really, really trying to work up the courage to do it. And it was hard, and I ended up deciding not to. Like, I decided, you know what, this can wait. I can wait to come out to mom. So I was hanging out with Caroline, and I needed to write this speech. That was basically it was a speech in my public speaking class, colloquial, in a colloquial manner, using derogatory terms like, I can't say the words because I don't like them, but using those terms in a casual manner, which is not okay. And she was helping me work on it, and I was over at her place just with my laptop and stuff. But for some reason I had to go back to my house and to pick something up, like note cards, I think. But Caroline accidentally let it slip that I had broken up with Cameron. And so I didn't really have a reason for breaking up with him other than my lady kisser-osity. So I panicked and left and came back at like 10 p.m. And I just sort of said, yeah, so I broke up with Cameron and this is how. And then I just sort of went to bed. Okay, so we can just skip over May sucked and just go to Father's Day. Right around the time that Same Love by Macklemore came out was when I decided to chop off all my hair. And I was over at his place and I played that song because I love it. And he said to me, you need to stop with all your gay shit. And so you can imagine that I really, 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 really didn't want to come out to him. I was so ashamed of how this happened. So on Father's Day, I was in the middle of dyeing my hair purple, and I had just gotten home from work, and he was dropping off my little sister, and, you know, it's like obligation to go say goodbye to him, because he was living in Spokane at the time. I was friends with my dad on Facebook, and I liked this picture of a smoothie that basically was saying, if I make a smoothie, will girls come to my yard? Because I don't want my milkshake bringing all the boys to the yard. Yeah. So he saw that I liked it and figured it out. Thanks a lot, Mark Zuckerberg. Something that I've realized after coming out is that I feel more human, in touch with my feelings, I guess. I have gained some of the most important relationships to me. And I would literally do anything for the people I love. And for the people out there that are struggling with their identity, just know that you're not alone.